So I've got quite a confession to make. I never took a course before I made my first million. I never even read a proper book before I made my first million.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
In this video, I wanted to cover, is it even worth buying a course? Is it even worth spending your hard-earned money on any course? Whether courses are a scam, and just sort of go into whether you should buy a course or not. I'll be going through various different things that I think are worth considering before you buy a course. So a golden rule is that 99% of what you can find in a course is actually freely available online. You can find so much free stuff online. You can learn pretty much anything online. And it's funny because I have my own course, videocreatorcourse.com, and I'm bringing out another course, onlinecreatorcourse.com.
Yeah, boy.
And I'm not joking when I say a lot of the stuff in both of these courses can be found freely available online. All I'm doing is, I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot here. All I'm doing is curating it, giving it a structure, and then sharing my experience. If you are interested in making your own course like mine, Kajabi is one of the top platforms to go for. They're also sponsoring this video. As a creator or an educator or whatever sort of similar field you're in, it's always a good idea. It's always a great move to expand your revenue streams. Not only to make money, but also to just have more control. Kajabi isn't only designed for making courses, you can also use it to set up memberships, communities, and sell digital products. It's the ultimate all-in-one platform that helps creators and entrepreneurs build successful online businesses by unlocking predictable and recurring revenue. What's fantastic about Kajabi and why I'm going to be using it myself is for the marketing functionality. You can use it to build your own landing pages, automate emails, and have various different funnels. It combines everything all in one place. And the best part is Kajabi does not take a cut of your revenue because everything is owned and controlled by you. There is a 0% transaction fee, so you get to keep 100% of what you earn. And you don't even need to have a huge audience to make a sustainable income. There are thousands of creators on Kajabi making 6 and even 7 figures with less than 50,000 followers. They even have a section of their website called Creator Stories, sharing creators who are successful using Kajabi real life stories. Right now, Kajabi is offering a free 30-day trial to start your business. And if you go to kajabi.com/Olia, that's kajabi.com/Olia, go to kajabi.com/Olia and join creators and entrepreneurs who have made over $7 billion. When it comes to my courses, what you're really paying for is structure and experience. You're paying for the 10 years of experience that I have. You're paying to see how I get it done and how I do it to make 6 figures a year. I'm often asked how I learn UI, UX design, how I learned how to make websites, how I learned to do that sort of stuff, getting into design. And yeah, I did not take a single course. A lot of people ask, hey, what course did you take? What course would you recommend? I honestly have no idea because I never took a course about learning how to design, how to make websites and stuff.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I simply learned by doing. I simply learned by reading random articles, watching random YouTube videos, just searching up whatever I needed to learn right there and then. Because I really do think with some initiative, you can really learn most of the stuff that you find in courses. But there was also the thing of I didn't have any money. So I couldn't afford to spend $5,000, $2,000, $3,000, whatever it might be on a course. I knew that if I couldn't spend this sort of money on a course, because I literally had no money, I was completely broke, I couldn't afford anything. I knew that I had to learn in another way. Also, a key thing I want to point out is that do not ever feel pressured into buying a course. Don't ever feel like you won't be successful because you haven't bought a course. Now, when is it actually worth buying a course? So there's a few things that I've written down here, a few things that I think anyone should consider when they're buying a course for the first time or even courses in the future. Number one is if you want to save time. So the best thing about courses is if you are limited on time and you don't want to spend time sort of constantly researching, trying to find things, trying to sort of figure out on your own, courses are an absolutely fantastic way to have lots of information in a concise place, but also structured in an order that makes sense. They're usually bringing years, if not decades of experience into a few hours. They're condensing it down to a few hours. And I definitely think if time to you is very valuable, like it is to me, when you realize how valuable time is, sometimes it is just worth spending $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 to learn something rather than having to take years to learn the same thing.
You know what? Respect. That's a baller move.
Number two is if you want a structure. So if you're like me, you've learned things in a broken way, you only know parts of the image. you don't really know the full image. Courses are a great way to learn something from start to finish so that you have the bigger picture. They can fill in a lot of the knowledge gaps that you might have right now, and it's why I think courses can actually be a great way just to have a full rounded picture of a subject, of something, without having to try and figure out yourself. Number 3 is they're going to skill you up or make you money. So of course, if a course is going to help you learn a new skill or grow a current skill, skills that make you money, then it is definitely worth buying that course. How to trust that a course is good. So I'm going to fire a few shots here and maybe make some controversial. I mean, actually, I don't think they're controversial because they're true. Like, it's not like it's a lie. Like, I'm not making this stuff up. But I've seen many creators make courses around stuff where they have no real hard evidence of them doing that thing that they said they've done and that they're making a course about. I'm sure a few of you already know what I'm talking about. I think trading courses are an easy example to shit on because so many traders have courses telling you you can do something ridiculous like 10% a month. You can make 10% a month on your money, or you can become a 6-figure trader after taking their course.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Oh, it winds me up because they're just selling something that doesn't make sense. Like, it literally doesn't make sense. Let me tell you now, if that trader was doing 10% a month, even 2% a month, 2% a month is incredible. Why would they be making a course? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would they be putting all this effort into making a course, marketing a course, when they would be focusing on making their own money? Because if you're doing that sort of percentage, you are making a killing. You're doing better than Warren Buffett. And let's be honest, most people are not doing better than him. Most people can't even outdo the S&P 500. So trading courses are such an easy one to shit on because I really do think trading courses, most of them, are a scam, which is such a shame because I am 100% sure that there are a few trading courses out there that will help you learn how to trade. But the idea that these trading courses can somehow miraculously help you make 2% a month, 10% a month, 5% a month, or make you 6-figure traders, that it just isn't possible. I'm sure it does happen, but the people who it does happen to, they are an absolutely minute percentage, and you're learning a skill here that I feel like is not even really a skill. I am sorry if I'm going to hurt traders here, if I'm going to hurt their feelings, but let's be honest, traders do have this kind of stigma, this aura around them that isn't that great, which is such a shame because I'm sure there are traders out there doing very well, doing everything by the book, and I have friends who are doing it as well, and yeah, like, even they just wonder, why are these people making courses? If they were doing what they're saying in their courses, then they wouldn't be making a course in the first place.
Stop it. Get some help.
The best way to tell if you can trust a course is to look at who's creating the course. If the person creating the course has actually done what they're saying they've done, then most likely what they're showing in their course is going to be accurate. I think the best example of this is my friend Ali Abdal. He has a course on becoming a YouTuber. So if your aim is to become a YouTuber, his course is fantastic. Ali literally spent years being a part-time YouTuber whilst also being a doctor. He has real world evidence to back up what he said and done. So he's not just made this course about how to become a successful YouTuber out of nothing. He's actually done that part first. He's become the successful YouTuber first, and now he's built a course around it. Now, of course, his course makes a lot of money. It makes more than 50% of his total revenue, but he's still doing the YouTube stuff. He's still making YouTube videos. He still has a YouTube channel. So he's doing both at the same time. There is real world evidence there of him doing the thing and then also teaching the thing. And then he even has people who have taken the course who have then gone on to become successful YouTubers. Now, will this course guarantee you to become a successful YouTuber? I think that really is just down to the person. I don't think it's going to work for everyone, but of course, his course actually has proven stuff in it to show that it can be done. How much should you spend on a course? So the value proposition matters a lot here. For example, if a course is teaching you to become a painter and it costs $5,000, let's be real, you're probably not going to become a successful painter that's going to make a lot of money selling artwork. The probability just doesn't add up. Now, of course, if you just want to do it out of passion and the course is by a famous painter, someone who, or maybe not even a famous painter, maybe it's a painter who has a specific style that you like, and you're willing to cough up $5,000 at the end of it, knowing that all you're here to do is just learn the skill, then it's well worth a $5,000. That makes a lot of sense. But if a $5,000 course is teaching you to become a developer, maybe a web developer or something, the chances are that the type of person who's willing to take this course is someone who wants to get a job in development. And development jobs pay incredibly well. I feel like everyone knows that. So the $5,000 spent on a development course may actually end up leading to a 6-figure job, which is quite common. Now that $5,000 seems minuscule in the grand scheme of things. It seems an amazing investment. So how much you spend on a course really depends on how much value you think the course will provide it to you. A $5,000 course isn't going to have the same value from person to person. One person might see it as something like, oh my God, this is going to absolutely change my life. And then for another person, it might just be like, it was okay. So I feel like it really comes down to how you see the value in the course. Is the course going to actually bring you enough of a value, enough of a return? So I have my own courses, but what's funny is that I did not want to make a course, which sounds crazy, right? It's not something that I even had thought of doing. It's not something that I really wanted to do, but I kept being asked by you guys, by people who follow me on here, who follow me on Instagram, who follow me on my other YouTube channel. Hey Olia, how do you make your videos? How do you choose the gear that you're using? How do you have the lighting? How do you have the setup? How do you do the audio? All these different things. I wanted to share this stuff for free actually. I wanted to make videos about this stuff, sharing it online, sharing it on YouTube for free. But I realized very, very quickly that the amount of time that I would spend doing all of that, making these videos, would actually result in a loss. Like I would lose money. I would lose my own time doing this stuff. Of course, I love doing it, but I knew that my time would also be better spent on running my businesses, spending time with friends and family, of course, and just having my own freedom, my own free time. Making videos about this, it would very much take out a lot of my time. So the only logical thing for me to do was to put it behind a paywall. And I'm not gonna lie, it was actually so worth it. Now, I'm not saying it was worth it because it's made me an absolute heap of money. It hasn't made me millions. It hasn't even made me 6 figures. My course has just made me around 5 figures. Now, of course, that's great. That's amazing money. But I never really intentionally built my course to make me millions. It was very much just to sort of supplement the rest of my business, and it was very much for the people who were very interested in making nice looking video. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to share how I make nice looking video. And thankfully, the people who bought the course, who have joined the course, because we have a private Discord channel, people are in there. It is amazing. Like some of the stuff I see people share, some of the stuff that I see people have learned, like they're applying what I do into their own workflows, and it blows my mind because I'm like, holy crap, like this person's video looks just like mine. So clearly they've taken my course and they've learned everything that I've shared and they've applied it and are making videos that look just like mine. It blows my mind. It kind of surprised me because I realized, wow, okay, maybe I can be a good teacher because yeah, I wasn't great at school or anything. I never really valued sort of school and teachers and stuff. But then seeing that, it's a really nice feeling. It's really nice seeing that people have taken what I'm teaching and are applying it to themselves, they're applying it in their own workflows. By the way, for anyone interested, I've put together a quick little document sharing 14 profitable digital product ideas. If you guys are interested, I'll leave a link to it down in the description below. Let me know what you guys think about courses, whether you think courses are worth it, maybe what courses you have bought, because I'm always interested in seeing other courses as well. I've taken a few courses here. Most of my courses have actually been around sort of photography and learning videography and stuff like that, just because that's what I've been personally passionate in. I have taken some design courses here and there as well, but those design courses weren't even proper design courses. They were kind of just like PDFs with sort of tutorials, tips and tricks when it comes to design. And again, like I said earlier, I sort of paid and took these courses after I had made money, mainly because I was trying to just fill in the knowledge gaps or learn from someone who had specific skills or specific things that they know that I want to know from them. So I happily spent my money with them because also I'm supporting that person and I'm then learning from that person as well. So it's a nice two-way exchange. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter and subscribe for more.